last time we saw you, fourth album, Like a Man. This time you're going home. We Go Home is the fifth album for this gentleman right here, Adam Cohen. Nice to see you again here on the BT couch.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
All kinds of stories. There's the cover of the album. We were just chatting in the green room. You talk about the idea of going home. I mean, you have a unique childhood that, you know, is the inspiration of the album. Tell us about the places you went, and let's start with Greece for the songwriting and inspiration of the music.
Well, I'm incredibly fortunate. For those of you guys watching, if you've been to Greece, you know it's an exceptional place. I know if you're German, you have a little bit of a problem with Greece because you've lent so much money to Greece and you're upset that they're not going to pay you back. But if you've ever met Greek people, you know money is like a loose issue over there.
Yeah.
The emphasis in Greece is opening your shirt up, having a cigarette, having an ouzo, eating some pistachios, having a swim.
This is tourism Greece right here, man.
But it's the real deal. It's beautiful. Anyway, I've had the great luxury and privilege of growing up there. My dad bought a house there when he was, it was in '61. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was the family home.
Yeah. Okay, now I noticed you talk about Greece and opening up the shirt, and you almost opened it up too much, brother, because we got a little chafe on the mic, and I want to make sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Everybody hears this man clear.
Right.
But you mentioned your father, Leonard Cohen. Obviously, you know, a great inspiration behind the music, and you said that this is an album about conversations with yourself, with your father, with your own son now being a father. When you're making this record, what's the most impactful dialogue that kind of stands out, and maybe a favorite song of this new piece?
You know, it's hard to speak about a favorite song. I'm sure you've heard this before because you create it as a batch and you have the highest hopes for the entire batch of song. You know, I do know that it's my most personal record because, as you said, you know, a lot of the songs on the record are, like, for example, I was 15 or 16. I came to my dad. I said, you know, I've got this problem, you know, an adolescence problem. And he says, imagine yourself on a train and you're holding up all these bags precariously. And what you could do at one point is realize you could put your bags down and the compartment that you're in is going to wherever it's going. So why be uncomfortable? But, you know, so I wrote a song called Put Your Bags Down, and it's appropriating a language that I grew up hearing, and I'm trying to transmit it to my boy, my son. That's a lot of what the record is. Of course, there's a couple love songs too.
Couple love songs, and you know, it gets deep, and you're so articulate and eloquent when you put this out here. You're playing the Media Club tonight. What is the experience like you're going to bring to the stage for the people that have followed you year after year?
My job these days is to be faithful to the record. You know, early in my career, my main concern was, do I look like the album cover or the poster that's on the street? You know, do I look right? Now I'm wholly unpreoccupied with that. My goal is, do I sound as good as what's on the record? Am I delivering counterfeit goods, or am I the real deal? That's what I'm interested in. So to answer your question, if people come tonight, certainly those who are curious and interested, my job is to be faithful to the beauty that I tried to capture on the record.
We Go Home is that record. It's out in stores next week. You get the sneak peek tonight. Media Club. If you're watching, you want to check it out. Contests at btvancouver.ca. Subject line Cohen. And I know we had a bit of a chafe on the mic during this, but you're working the chest here. I don't want to mess this up too much. This is the Adam Cohen look.
Is this offensive, Vancouver?
Not offensive.
Write in and tell me. Write in and tell me.
Fix that mic.
Is anyone actually watching this?
Crystal clear. They're watching.
Honestly.
Now look at that. That chafe was for free for you at home. Enjoy that. Adam Cohen tonight. Always good to have you on the show, brother.